Hello, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams, and I am back. Part 2. If you already saw part 1, where I made the base of the cottage cheese pastry, put 1 in the comments. If you haven't seen it yet, put 0. And this is part 2. So if you haven't seen part 1, you're going to want to go back and watch part 1 so you can see how to make the base. It is cooling to my side over here because I'm running out of room. But it is cooling so that we can put our cream cheese strawberry filling inside of it and make it easier for it to go in there. So what I'm going to do first is I have 2 ounces of cream cheese that is slightly melted, like 30 seconds in the microwave, a little less until it starts to pop. And I'm going to put 1 teaspoon to start with of heavy whipping cream. 1 teaspoon, not very much. And I'm going to put 1/4 cup of allulose monk fruit for a sweetener. And then I'm going to make this into a paste. Hello, Patricia, welcome, welcome. So make sure you thumbs up, hearts, share this video because you're gonna want to make this pastry. It's high protein, low carb. Cottage cheese does not taste like cottage cheese once you make this, and my family loves it. And they ate all of the cookies that I made yesterday. We each got some, and when I got some, I didn't think I thought I was gonna be eating them all, but we actually got some. I mean, they all got some. They all got some, and I didn't know that they were gonna eat them, and they did. All right, so I'm mixing this until it's nicely combined. So I'm pressing, mixing, and it'll melt a little bit because I'm not going to cool it down completely, but I did just take out. So I did 20 minutes with the cottage cheese bread, and then I put a piece of parchment paper on top of it, and then another baking sheet on top, and flipped it and put it back in for 5 minutes so that the other side could get dark, not dark, but get golden as well. And from here, you can, actually, I'm going to leave it this consistency. Right now, it's very frosting-like. And I want it that way because it's going to, when it hits the heat, it's going to spread. And I don't want it to, like, leak. I don't want it to ooze out. I want it to ooze out, but I don't want it to, like, flow out. I don't want it to, like a river, flow out of the pastry. All right, so now I have this cottage cheese frosting, and there's like a little piece of something. I think it was on the side of the cottage cheese. There we go. Looks like a piece of cardboard or something. So I have this. Now I also have my jam. It was frozen, and I just put it in the microwave for 3 minutes defrosting, and it's cold still, but it's loose. So now we can work with the bread, with the pastry part. Zariah, ven a mover la comida, por favor.
What?
Zariah?
What?
Ven a mover la comida.
Okay.
Tú no eres Zariah? Kylie is pretending to be Zariah. All right. So, this is still a little bit hot, and I have 2 of them because I flipped them. So when I did this, I covered one, and then I put another baking sheet on top of the extra piece of, you can see there's 2 pieces of parchment paper now, so that I could flip it. Because this side was pretty white when I took it out of the oven the first time. It still is a little bit in the center, right here. So probably could go back a little bit, but it's gonna be okay. If you were doing it, I would put it back. But since I'm right here with you, I'm not gonna put it back. I do want to, when you peel it off the parchment paper, you want to peel it, actually, that one's already peeled off. I want to peel it away from the bread. I don't want to peel the bread off. I want to peel the parchment off. So, I already did that one side. And remember, I had a little bit of issues to getting the, getting it to be the same evenness, but it's peeling great. You just have to go a little bit slow so that it doesn't peel off or like break the bread. So the trick is peel the parchment off the bread and not the bread off the parchment. Tell me if you are watching and you have already seen part 1, put 0 or 1 in the comments. If you haven't yet, no problem. You can go back to it and put a 0 in the comments. All right. This is like our dessert / more protein on our dinner. We're having chicken. Kylie asked for chicken and green beans. So we're having green beans with some cream cheese and then chicken with cooked in butter. Now, I'm going to take off this smaller one because of my baking sheet, so it has more room to be flat because I originally made it in this one right here. And it's ready. It's warm, but it's not overly hot anymore, which is where I want it. And the whiter side, the more light side, is on this side. So now I'm going to paste my, paint my frosting on here. And I want it to go cover everywhere. So I'm going to do this a little bit carefully because I don't want to break the bread. But because it's slightly warm, it'll help move it around a little bit too. It'll warm the frosting a little bit. This is good. I still have a good amount for the remainder here. I still have a little bit more, which is perfect. It's a just right amount, I can tell. There's another little something brown that got on the, must have been from the side of the, I don't know what. All right. Almost got it spread. And then we're gonna add our jam, and then we're going to roll it into this beautiful, delicious pastry. Okay, Catalina.
What?
Mezcla otra vez, por favor. Where, ¿dónde está Zaraya? Okay. All right. Every week the girls take turns choosing who's going to choose the protein and the veggies for the week. And so they get to choose which day we're having which ones. And then they get some say in how I'm making it. So today Kylie wanted chicken again. And she wanted green beans, and she wanted them this way. So I decided to use our newly made jam and make another recipe, a new recipe. Almost have this all used, and it's perfect. It's just the right amount on here. But I'm able to spread it everywhere, and it is, I'm going to spread it almost all the way to the edges, or pretty much to the edges, because it's thick enough that it's not going to just ooze. And it's okay if it oozes because that's extra goodness. Extra goodness. Okay, now I have it all. And there's just a spot in the center that has a little bit more than everywhere else. I'm trying to move that around a little bit. Now we're going to add our jam. So you can see that it's everywhere. Now we're going to add our jam. And I'm going to drop it on here. I think we're only going to need, so this jam recipe made almost 3 full mason jars. And we used almost one in the cookie recipe, and we are you gonna probably use almost one in this recipe. So I want it to be spread out over this frosting. It's definitely easier to spread the frosting first and then the jam over the frosting. And you do want the jam not to be frozen so that it spreads. It's not warm, but it's definitely not frozen anymore because I want it to be able to spread easily. And I still have a whole nother jar of jam in the freezer that we can use for other things. So there may be, we'll see what I decide that I want to use it for. All right. There's like a clump of jam right here. I'm trying to move that one around. I think it's like a clump of chia seeds. Almost have it in every part. Thank you for your patience. Definitely give this a try. Thumbs up, hearts. Share this video. Go back and watch part 1. This is not a recipe that is written yet because I just created it right now in my head. And so you can't find it anywhere yet outside of these lives. So I don't know the quantity of this. I'm guessing that I just used like between 1/2 cup and 3/4 cup is probably the amount that I just used. Adelante, por favor. All right, now we're gonna roll, and we're going to roll this so that it's rolling this way, but in like long form because we're gonna cut it into kind of like we cut our cookies yesterday. We're gonna roll it. Ooh, it's so good. I can already see. It's gonna be so good. And this is a pastry that you could eat. Either you could eat it cold or heat it up. Either way. Now you can see where this is really light. I would cook this a little bit more. It's okay. It's not gonna hurt us. But I would cook it a little bit more if I had seen that before going live with you. But the rest of it looks really great. And then all we need to do is to cut it into our strips. So when we cut it, you can let it cool completely if you want, but and you can store it. You want to store it in the fridge because it has the cream in it. But look at that goodness. And then you can just cut it and serve it in a log, but you can have it already cut. And then you'll need some kind of knife that's not like just a butter knife. And it's starting to ooze out of the side on the bottom over here. So I'll show you. Oh my goodness, look at that. This one is oozy goodness. All right, that's it. It's so good. I'm gonna eat the filling. It already tastes like those Auntie M's or Entenmann's or whatever pastry that name is. So make sure you try it. Cash part 1. And thumbs up, hearts, share this video, save it. You're gonna wanna give it a try. High protein, low carb, from my house to your kitchen, global flavors and healthy plates from around the world. Bye.